Okay, so now we're going to be talking briefly about tables. It's an important piece of HTML code, and it's a little bit tricky. It's got a lot of parts to it, so make sure you're following along with me carefully. So tables have actually, HTML has a set of 3 different tags. There's actually more, but 3 main tags that are going to help us to make a table that looks nice and isn't just a bunch of junk. Okay, the first one, as you would expect, is the table tag. Okay, you use this to make a table. Okay, so all the code for your table is going to be contained within table and slash table, just like all the code for H1 is between H1 and slash H1. Right? So that's generally how it's going to work in HTML in the first place. You're going to have 2 tags, one that opens the thing, one that closes it, and everything else goes in between. Still with me? So the first one is a table. You want to make a table, you need to open it and close it. Right? In between, though, we need 2 different things. The HTML is set up so that we have to define individual rows, and this TR stands for what? Table row. Okay. So, yep, there's table rows. That's TR. Okay, so each row you have to define separately. So first you say table, then you say, okay, I got my first row, TR, a bunch of junk, and then slash TR for the end of the row. With me? Yeah. Okay, and then each little box of your table that's within that row is called a TD. I don't even know what TD stands for. Touchdown. Touchdown. That's right. Okay, but each TD is a new cell or a box, a little boop in the middle of your table. You got me? Okay, so those are the 3 big ones. We're going to learn more later probably. But the big one is table, which defines the whole table, TR, which is each row, and TD, which is each box in the table that you can put stuff in. All right? Yeah?
Would it be like a number, TD box 1 or TD box 2?
No, you just, I'll show you how it works in a second. You just do TD, and then anything you want to put in there is the stuff that will actually show up on the screen. I'll show you. Okay, so this is the process that you'd go through if you were making a table. Okay? The first thing is, I said, what's the first thing I want to do? Well, all right, if I need the HTML, we're already inside the body section of it. Table, okay? So we need the table at the top, and we need the table with a slash at the bottom. And everything for the table is going to go between. Got it? Okay, and then next thing we need to do is we need a row. Okay, so we have a row and the end of the row. Okay, so this is the first row of my table I'm creating. Got me? Yeah. Okay. Then, if we want to put a box that we can put something inside that row, we simply add a TD, okay, and a slash TD, and we can put anything in there that you want to say. I'm going to say my first box. Okay. Got it? So if that was all the code that I had, I would just have one box that said my first box. Okay, but that's not that interesting. So let's make a table usually has lots of boxes, right? So this one just still has one row, but we'll add a second box here that says my second box. Okay, you can start to visualize what this would look like. We've got a table with one row and 2 boxes next to each other. Each one says my first box and my second box. So this is what it would look like. Okay, except I've blocked this says second and that says second doesn't work. But you get the idea. Yeah?
How would you make it so that my second box is under my first box?
Oh, that's the next example. So yeah.
Those are columns. Would be rows.
No. Okay, there's only one row. TR and slash TR. Okay? These are the 2 boxes or columns within that row. Got me? Does this make sense over here? For sure? Okay? Nelson had a good question. He said, what if I wanted to have the second box beneath it? Who thinks that they could raise their hand and answer such a thing? Yeah.
Instead of table row 1.
No, it's a good idea, but nope. Yeah, we need a second set of TRs to make a second row. Okay, so that's what this would look like. Okay, so we have table and slash table, but now we need, instead of one row, okay, we can fill in one box for that. We have to have a second row. Whoops, this should say regular TR. Sorry, that should say regular. Let me fix that right now. Whoa, mistake. You see my mistake there, guys?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. What, still broken? Oh, the animations are off, but there we go. Okay, so the TR for the first, this is the first row, which has one box in it, first row. This is the second row, which has one box in it, and it says second row. That would look like that. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's get trickier. Guys, you got to stop talking. I'm going to give you an example of a table that actually has 3 rows and 3 columns, just so you can see what it would look like. Okay? Here I have the table at the top, the slash table at the bottom, the first row, the second row, the third row, you see? And then each one has its own TD and slash TD with whatever in between it. Okay? The actual rows in your code don't matter. If you press enter after this and write it and then put another, it doesn't matter. Okay? As long as it's between these 2 tags. Okay, so you can see how this has 3 rows and 3 boxes in each row, right? So that's why this ends up looking like that. So that you can download this PowerPoint and look at this example if you want to just get a feel for it. It's got 3 separate sets of TRs, and it's got 3 separate TDs in each TR. So each has 3 separate rows, and each row has 3 boxes in it. Yeah? You feel me? All right, now pause for a second. Don't say anything out loud. Oh, man. Did you see that? All right, take a 30-second silent mental pause break. Screwed up my animations. Okay, that wasn't 30 seconds. Okay, look at this code. Think about it for a second. Oh, okay, I really screwed this up. How many rows and how many columns are on this table, guys? Okay, there are 2 rows. You see the 2 sets of TRs, right? And each row has 2 boxes in it. That means it has 2 columns, right? Okay, this one I won't screw up. So this is how this one looks like. It's got 2 rows, 2 columns, and each one just says block, right? Let's look at another one. How many rows and columns are in this table? Don't say anything out loud. And use your brain to think about what this would look like also. It's kind of tricky. Okay, so look at this carefully. Take some time and really consider it. Think about how many rows it's going to have. And also think about sort of what does it spell out. How? What's it going to look like? Oh, look at the kid Lewis. He's right. It has 3 rows and it has 2 columns. Okay, and it looks like this: PHA down this column and Wiz down that one. Why? We say first row, first box is P, second box is W. Okay, second row, first box is H. Yes, I'm giving you all the figure. There's the I. And the third row, A is the first box and Z is the second. All right, you got me? You guys think you can handle this on your own now? Okay, you got assignments 7 and 8, I think. Those are both due by the end of tomorrow. If you finish early, there's a little thing on Edmodo about what to do next. I'm going to come around and answer questions. Okay. Hey, please. You're doing paragraph first. You read up on the list and
I got Nelson too.